The big mountain hits the road to Texas State University. Hey, it's JY here, back with the big mountain with a very special episode. We are on site here in San Marcos, Texas, visiting Texas State University. Fantastically, beautifully awesome university. I can't say that enough. You'll hear me say this throughout this episode. A really gorgeous campus. Was able to meet with AD Coryell here for about an hour and a half. He showed me around some of the facilities, told me some of the other great places to go here on campus. I did that. So we're going to get to that discussion. Not a video discussion. I'm going to throw up a lot of pictures and some other things as we talk here with the athletic director for Texas State. But fantastic time. They showed me a great time, and I really appreciate it. So let's get right into it here. My discussion and some pictures of Texas State University. All right, JY here. I am with the AD of Texas State, Don Coryell. Really appreciate you giving us some of your time here on the big mountain.
Yeah, no, thanks for being here today with us. This is probably unique for you, right?
Yes.
I'm driving you around. We're on the podcast. I've got Texas State baseball versus Appalachian State on the phone right now, so we're really multitasking here.
This is fantastic stuff.
As we get this done.
The life of an athletic director in collegiate athletics in 2025.
There it is.
So you are in your 21st year here at Texas State in San Marcos. I mean, what makes you, stick around for 21 years in this day and age where people seem to be moving to and from and here and there? 21 years at one university, and I believe you've been the AD here for several years. Became AD in 2021.
Yep.
What makes this home for you?
Just been fortunate to be in this awesome place for this long, right? This is a great place to work. That's I'm not abnormal in terms of how long I've been here. You see a lot of that on this campus, and you can see a lot of that in our athletics department because this is such a tremendous institution to work for, and it's a great place to live. There's so much to do in this area. San Marcos is a beautiful town. There's several like it all within 10, 15 minutes, New Braunfels and Wimberley, and you're in a great location, in terms of, you want to get into the city, you go to Austin, you're 25 minutes away. You want to go to San Antonio, it's 40 minutes down the road. So it's a really great location, but it is home for my wife and I and our kids, and we love it here, and we hope to be here for a long time.
Fantastic. And, I was told this is a true college town, and I have yet to see all of it yet, but I can tell just the feel that I've been here for the first couple hours. It definitely seems like that good American college town, that's in the state of Texas.
Yeah,
so it's fantastic.
It is. We are, we talk about this with recruits. I think this is the quintessential college town, and in my opinion, one of the few in the state of Texas, where everything really revolves around the university, and you can see it. With the businesses, you can see it when you go down to the square, which I know you're going to go down to later, which is, just a lot of social stuff for students to do. We showed you the river, right?
Yes.
And I mean, what a unique feature for a student who's going to campus here to be able to go to class, then come out and hang out at Sewell Park, beautiful river. There's just a lot of unique things here that are really geared towards the student experience. And geared towards the student athlete experience, so we benefit from it as an athletics department. But you got 40,000 students here going to school, and so it drives a lot of what's going on in this community.
Next, I was able to take a tour of some of the athletic facilities starting at UFCU Stadium.
We're on our club level here at UFCU Stadium. Want to appreciate you coming by and seeing us today. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely.
Really popular space here. 450 seats are sold out right now, which is a nice problem to have. This is nice in those hot September days here in Texas where you come in here and get air conditioning, a little food and drink, but a great spot to watch the game, obviously.
Yeah, and you have a project going down here on the one end zone. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So we've got the Johnny and Natalie Wiseman Football Performance Center is what we're constructing right now. Just a couple weeks away from it being complete. It's about a $37 million project for us, but really a lot of amenities in here that are directed really towards our student athlete experience. So talked about this a little bit, right? We got a new weight room here for our student athletes, new athletic training facilities with hydrotherapy tubs, new team meeting space, players lounges and things like that. And there's some nice elements for our fans as well, which you can see right here. We've got kind of tiered hospitality space here that you'll be able to utilize during our football games. We're calling them party patios, but two really nice spaces for our fans to watch games at. And one of the things we're also doing with this, if you've been to UFCU Stadium before, in the past we had a horseshoe, right? You couldn't walk around the entire thing. So
Right.
we've connected the concourses, so now you can roam all over the stadium, which will be a nice feature for our fans.
I'll tell you, I drove here before our meeting today, and it just beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
From the outside, fantastic looking stadium. I saw some of the pictures that look great, but I'll tell you what, in person, it's 10 times better than even what pictures can do. And just seeing the football field, I wish I was here for a game right now, but a couple months early for that.
We'll get you back.
Oh, yeah,
We'll get you back.
absolutely. Would love to come back. Can you talk about maybe the 24-25 year, academic year, athletic year, just kind of the major successes that you've had and maybe what you're looking forward to here in the future?
Yeah, so we're kind of wrapping up our seasons right now. You and I talked about it a little bit. You know, our baseball team is our conference tournament right now. We got I think 25 or so track and field athletes that we expect to compete in regionals, and we got a men's golfer right now who is going to play in the national championship this week in San Diego. So still kind of wrapping up, but we're going to win, it looks like, for the second straight year, the Sun Belt Conference Commissioner's Cup, the Bubas Cup. You know, that's something that we talk about a lot. You know, we put a lot of pride into trying to win that and making sure that we have a really good, comprehensive athletics department. So to do that, you've got to have a good year in a lot of different things. Another really strong football season, 8 wins, another bowl game victory for us. We do have a beautiful stadium. It looks even better when it's sold out and stuffed with Bobcat fans, and we were able to do that a couple times this past year. So a lot of momentum with everything that we're doing in this department, in my opinion.
That's great. And, Texas State has come up a lot here in realignment. That's one of the things we talk about. I think originally there was some interest from the Mountain West, maybe some interest from the PAC. Certainly you're a happy member of the Sun Belt Conference right now. But what do you think is maybe driving some focuses on Texas State? I mean, you mentioned the facilities, and as I said, they look phenomenal here. I think your leadership is really strong. You clearly have some successes athletically here. What do you think maybe are the main drivers behind the interest in Texas State athletics?
I think all of those are really important, right? You hit it, the alignment, all the way from from our systems office and our chancellor, down to our president, who, you and I have talked about him and how active he is on social media, but also just the leadership that he gives to the entire university. We've got 40,000 plus students here, right? We've always said this. This place is a gold mine, in my opinion, and we have so much more that we can be doing from an athletic standpoint, so much room for improvement, and that's exciting for us, to try to get to where we think we could be. But, the state of Texas is always a popular place for people to be, right? You got great football here, and that's important to a lot of people. But I think, the credit goes to Kelly Danfus, what he's been able to do over the past few years to help our athletics department, and then our coaches, right? They work their butts off to make sure that we're doing a lot of really good things. We've solved some of the issues that I thought maybe we had with our football program, and GJ Kenny's done a great job there. And consistently, as I mentioned, the Bubas Cup winner, we're the best in the Sun Belt, over the past several years, and 3 out of the past 4.
Yep.
And the credit goes to the coaches who every year, year in and year out, are competing for championships, winning championships in the league that we're in. And I think that's why there might be some interest in Texas State, but our interest right now is just trying to win as many Sun Belt Conference championships as we can.
I feel like I missed the boat when I was looking at colleges. I should have come down to Texas State here. But, we've talked a lot of different things. Maybe I just want to end with, what you think separates Texas State University from other Texas universities or any other university in the country. Like, we know about enrollment cliffs that's going on. That's hitting different universities kind of differently, but we talked about your facilities. You just talked about the campus. Is there anything else that you think just sets Texas State apart from the other universities?
Well, you just kind of talked about it and saying, hey man, I may have missed the boat coming here, right? We're not a secret anymore. Our applications are through the roof, right? And so people really want to go to school here. We're a destination to go to school. And I think that's important, right? So we've got students from all over the state of Texas. It's not just people who live, in this community that want to go to school here. If you're in Houston, you want to come here. If you're in Dallas, you want to come here. So And on the flip side, that that means we've got alumni all over the state of Texas, right?
Sure.
But there are a ton of benefits to this university. One of them is the location. Central Texas is where everybody wants to be in Texas. Yep. You got one of the fastest growing metropolises in the country. Between Austin and in San Antonio.
Yep.
And we're taking advantage of that. And there honestly is no telling what this university could look like in 10 years. We just have so much potential here.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate your time. You spent a good hour with me and more, showing me around the facilities, showing me the campus. Fantastic campus. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah, no problem, man. It's great meeting you. And thanks for having me on the show, and thanks for coming to San Marcos and checking us out.
I again want to thank AD Coryell for allowing me some time to visit him and the university here at Texas State. I'm out on the grass with the river behind me. Beautiful 100-degree day here in San Marcos. Was glad I could be able to do this and bring you guys some of the information on Texas State. This is a university we have been following very closely, and we'll continue to follow Texas State University as they continue on in the Sun Belt and possibly moving into another direction here. We'll have to wait and see whether or not the Pac or the Mountain West is an area that they would like to move to. But if not, they're doing great things here in the Sun Belt with Texas State University. And again, it was a pleasure to visit with AD Coryell. So with that, hey, make sure you give this one a like and subscribe if you like our content. Our first on-site visit. We have more planned. We'll see you next time on the Big Mountain.